Hello all, my name is Rahman and in this video we are going to learn about data cleaning in Python using data science. So guys, if you remember in the last two videos we have learned about how to explore the data in a data set, and we have learned about data manipulation, and we have learned about data exploration using pandas. So as I said, you pandas is a Python library. So guys, in this video we are going to learn about Python data cleaning in Python. So first of all, what is data cleaning? So data cleaning is removing the bad data from our file or folder. So guys, let's say we have the vehicles.csv. So from that we are going to remove the bad data, like we are going to clean the waste data that is there in that file. So guys, first of all, I am going to create a new file. So Python 3 IPY kernel, and here I am going to create. So it's going to take some time for opening. So I've already run this one. Now I am going to give something like data cleaning. I am going to call this one. So guys, as I'm going to import here the what we say import pandas. So I'm going to import it as pd as usual. So now I'm going to save and run this program. So it's showing me the star, which means that it has been still running, but now it has been done already. Now we have to read the data, so that's why I'm going to give here, wait, okay, so here I'm going to give here the data should be equals to pd dot read, and I'm going to give here the CSV, and in this one I'm going to give the vehicles here ICLES vehicles dot CSV, something like this. Now I'm going to run this program, so it's going to read this file now. So that's why it's going to take some time. So guys, I want to check the columns in our file. So for that one I'm going to give the data dot columns. So it's taking some time for doing this, so that's why I'm not going to run this data dot columns. So it's taking some time. pd dot read csv, I have run this one. It's taking a lot of time because it's a pretty much big file. So up to that point, let's create a new one, move it here itself. So I'm going to create new one. So guys, we have the data dot column. So I didn't run this one, so I'm going to run this one. So as you can see here, it has been done like data columns. We have this id, url, region, and region url. So please pause the video and you can see all of these columns here. Now I'm going to run here something like I want to describe this. Okay, describe this table. So I'm going to give here the data dot describe. So I'm going to make it the brackets. So as you can see here, this is the what we say. So I have described this data. As you can see here, we are getting this type of stuff, but it's not getting. We are getting the information like what are these prices, how many cars are there. We are getting minimum. We are getting minimum information, but we are getting the full information. So guys, if you remember in the MySQL, there we have been using these words like describe, and we have been using the dot columns. We have used other lot of stuff like drop, and we have used other lot of stuff. So like that only in data science also there. So here we can use the drop and we can use other stuff, something like that. Now what I want to do is I want to remove the duplicate data from our vehicles.csv, that file. So for example, let's say we have the id, or let's say, so I want to anyhow guys, let's say this is my table. So I have my, instead of this one I have my first name, then I have my name here 2-3 times, all of them. So I want to remove the duplicate data from my table. So guys, so for doing that stuff I have to give something like data, and it should drop this one using drop, and duplicates. And now I am going to use here the in place should be equals to true. True. So now let's run this program and let's check whether is it working or not. So it's taking some time for running, but it's showing me data drop. Okay guys, it will be, so as you can see here, this table, this data has been dropped, the duplicates has been dropped from our table. Now I want to check for the null values and how many percent of the null values are, how many percent of null values that we have in our table. So guys, I want to check that information in our table. So first of all, for doing that stuff, I'm going to use the data, and I'm going to give the is null something like, and I'm going to run this one. Sorry, I have this one. So run this one again. So we have the data dot is null. So we are getting all of these stuff like what are the null values in our table. We are getting this stuff in our file. Okay guys. Now here I want to see the percentage of our how many, now what are the null values here. So I am going to do here something like data dot is null, and let's do one thing. Let's give dot any. Now if I run this one, it's going to take some time for running, but it's running. So now as you can see here, we are getting all of this stuff. If we are getting the any dot any, something like this. Now so from the time we were getting the table, full table, but now we are able to see something like this, like what are the null values in our file. Now I'm going to give in null values. So data dot is null. So if I run this one, nothing is, I'm going to delete this. So in the is null, I'm going to sum of this one. So let's do one thing. Now it's showing me something like this one, but now I'm going to control A, copy this one, but now I'm going to remove this one, so because I want to check the data not data shape. So I'm going to run this one data shape. So it's showing me the data shape something like this. So I'm going to paste this one, and here I'm going to slash the data dot. So I want to do it by the 0. Now I'm going to run this one. So it's going to take some time for running. So as you can see here, we are able to see the percentage, like we have the 0 point. So we are able to see in this way, but here we are getting the false, true false we are getting, but here we are able to see in the numbers that how many percent of our table have the, what we say, how many percent of our table has the null values in it. So now what I want to do is I want to remove the null values, remove the null values over a threshold. So for example, I'm going to give something like ESH dash, and it should be equals to, let's remove, I'm going to copy this one, and I'm going to give the len data. So I'm going to just show you guys that how it's going to work. So it's going to show me if I run the, what we say, data.share, something like that. Now if I go to home, paste this one. Okay, so now len data we have, rest is equals to this one. Now I am going to run this one, nothing happened. Now I want to give here, I want to less than 60% amount, so I'm going to give this 6. Run this one. Now nothing has happened, but I'm going to give here the data dot drop p drop na. So I'm going to talk about how the drop na works, what is drop na, but still I'm going to use the resh okay, so it should be equals to the thres trash only. And now I'm going to give it the axis, so it should be equals to the 1. So here what is the use of this drop na is it's going to delete the, it's going to delete the null values, empty null values. So now I'm going to run this one. So it's going to take some time, but here at the time, till the time, I'm going to use the shape shape. So now if I run this one, so there will be some more change in this one. So as you can see here, we are getting something like this one. Now I'm going to give here something like data. So I'm going to copy this. So instead of this one, I'm going to paste and drop in we have, and we have the axis. So we can change how many lines we want. So I'm going to remove it to 21 and run this program. It's going to take some time for running, but it's going to run. So as you can see here, now I'm going to click on this one button. So it's going to take some time for running, but as you can see here, we are getting something like this for all of this stuff. Now if I give something like dot SHIP shape and run this one, we are going to get some type of. So if you are having the variable explorer, then it's going to be very useful for seeing this type of stuff, but you don't have that. Anyhow guys, that's all for this video. So guys, in next video we are going to learn about data cleaning only. So we are going to learn about inputting the null values, and we are going to learn about other lot of stuff. So anyway guys, that's all for this video. If you have any questions, please give it in the comments below, and make sure subscribe to this channel, like this video, and I will see you in the next video.